Minutes from now, in Vienna, Austria, Eliud Kipchoge will begin to run 26.2 miles. He's attempting to break the marathon world record. He's doing this with pacers. It won't qualify as a world record, but it will qualify as the first person to ever run the marathon in under 2 hours. It's live on YouTube. If you happen to be awake and you see this, you can go on YouTube and you can watch this live, or you can go to Ineos159.com, I believe is a website, and you can watch it live there as well if you just want to spend 2 hours watching a man run at his very fastest, something like a 4:29 pace, something like that, for 26 miles. It's an incredible thing that he's attempting. This is a guy who was born just outside of Eldoret, Kenya, who was raised training in the dirt, just looking up to the great heroes of Kenyan running so that someday he could do something amazing in his own right. And he picked this challenge to break the 2-hour marathon so he could be like all those who had broken all the records ahead of him, and he could take humankind to the next level, because he believed that when this record was broken, other records could be broken, and many people would start to run under 2 hours, just like after the 4-minute mile was broken. He believed that once that happened with the 2-hour marathon, he believes that this can happen. And he's worked hard. He's given everything to this for nearly 4 years of his life. He's attempted once, he failed. And now a company with billions of dollars, Ineos in Great Britain, has endorsed this. They've backed it. They brought in all the greatest pacers from around the world just to see that one man can get across the finish line for all mankind and all humankind. And I think about how rarely we do something and we give ourselves fully to it so that everyone can benefit from it, so that everyone can look up and say, if he did it, I can do it too. If he took the time to do it, if he trained, if he sacrificed, if he did it, I can do it too. There's something in your life that you were created to do. There's something that you've dreamt about, some great challenge that you've thought to yourself, if I did that, maybe someone else would consider it also. I remember when I first took up surfing again as a young adult, and it seemed impossible to me. But I would often think to myself, if I can just paddle out through these waves, if I can just make this wave. And I remember when I first, if I could just stand up on this board again, if I could just begin to surf again, then maybe I'll begin to believe in myself. And then after I began to believe in myself and I had confidence in my surfing, I think, if other people can see this, they'll begin to believe in themselves. And Eliud has taken this so much further, to the point where he's become literally the greatest marathoner in the world. He holds the world record in marathoning, where he ran, and he's built an entire team around himself to believe in that. There's some small thing that you've done in your life, like for me, surfing, maybe when I was in my 20s. Maybe you learned to play tennis. Maybe you learned to walk around your neighborhood. Maybe you lost some weight. Maybe you went out and you got a great job. Maybe you graduated from high school, whatever it was. And he said, if I could just do this, this would be an example to everyone else in my family that they could do something also. I'm going to tune in. I'm going to watch Eliud Kipchoge go and try to break that 2-hour marathon. I hope I can stay awake for the whole 2 hours of it. I hope I can tune in, because I want to be excited as he crosses that finish line at 1:58 or 1:59, and just think about the miracle of it all, and how my great-grandchildren someday will know that they can do more because of what he did now. There's something in your life that you can do more of if you're willing to step out and take the risk. And until you're willing to step out and take the risk, what you can do is you can tune in and you can watch someone who is. Because I believe when we start to watch someone who is taking the risk, we learn about what we can do next ourselves. You're not too old. You're not too young. You're not too hindered by everything in life. All you are is possibly too consumed with thinking, I can't. And to be the miracle, you need to begin to believe that I can. I can step out. I can commit to doing that great accomplishment. I can be an example for someone else. I can step forward. I want you to be the miracle today, and I want to be the miracle as well. And I'm rooting for Elihu to be the miracle in Vienna as he runs right now. Tune in to YouTube. Watch him for just a little bit. Be excited about this great thing that's happening for runners around the world as he steps out and runs. For the people of Kenya, as they're all excited as he's running. For this entire community, but even more. Examine your own life and think, maybe that thing I've always wanted to do with my life, I should give myself to completely now. Because I can. And when you do, your family's going to learn so much. Not just because you tried, but because you tried and you accomplished the task that you put yourself into the race for. Don't be afraid to run the race to win. That's what you were created for. Hey, go be the miracle. Get some sleep. It's late.